Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Showboat. Today is Monday, June 3rd, 2019. And today is a return to the Angels playthrough in Factorio. Oh boy, so let's see. Not much to really say today. I mean, yesterday I streamed for the first time on a Sunday, with some of the Pyanodon's playthrough. That video goes live later today, although I do hope there's nothing wrong with it because there were issues yesterday with uploading to YouTube. But yeah, that stream was really good. Likely the effect of it being a weekend. So, today, on the Angels playthrough, I need to make note that, if I go actually into the mods, that Angels Petrochem, among others, have been updated. So Angels mods, a number of them have now been updated, and in particular, Angels Petrochem, I made note of this, sodium hydroxide solution, so the quote liquid aqueous sodium hydroxide, is now actually set to 50 units for everyone. So I've made mention of this on streams past that by default it was 5 units. It used to be 5 units, but as of this most recent set of updates, it has been set to 50. Which is great because I personally set it to 50 for my copy of the game beforehand, because I had a feeling that it was a typo, and so I had set it to 50, and I made note that, hey, I modified this so that it's 50. Now it's officially changed for everyone. However, there is still no void recipe for the liquid aqueous sodium hydroxide solution, or whatever you want to call it. In the code, it's like liquid aqueous sodium hydroxide, but the actual name, it's just like sodium hydroxide solution or whatever. There is no void recipe for it still, so it cannot be clarified or flared in a flare stack. So as I have been doing each time this mod has been updated, I have been adding a single line of code into the Angels Petrochem file to add that recipe. And I have chosen for my copy of the game that I would prefer having that solution be clarified, not flared. Even though everything else that's added in Petrochem is flared, the sodium hydroxide solution doesn't quite make sense that it would be flared. So let us continue with this. So last time, on Friday, I do believe that I took care of quite a few things. In particular, I added a whole bunch of crystal processing, like finished off a whole bunch of crystal processing and ran all the belts all the way up, and worked on getting better catalyst production going. I really don't know what I want with tech going forward. So, I just don't even know. What even adds that? Angels Refining? Oh, KS Power adds that. Alright. You know, I don't really use KS Power. much at all, actually. Chaos Power adds, like... adds this oil boiler that I already have from Angels. It adds a diesel generator, but importantly, the one that I do tend to use from Chaos Power is this burner generator. That's what I tend to use. Also, the whole reason why I even have Chaos Power enabled in the first place is there's the mod called C Block for that is like on top of Angels that basically requires Chaos Power because of it gives you wind turbines at the start of the game. But I like the burner generators because you can essentially go around the map with mining drills and go to coal patches and just mine into a burner generator and plop down a few like a radar one or however many you want in that spot with however many burner generators going, and a single mining drill can feed a burner generator just fine. So you have your own little self-contained outpost for as long as there's coal in that spot, which is pretty convenient. So I believe last time I was working on finishing up getting all of these ores sorted so that I can then start to process them. And I just want to have a look at everything here, make sure I'm all in decent positioning. Anyway, looks to be fine. Okay, I'm not really going to be doing anything with the uranium yet because I need to get through like cobalt steel or something. Ooh, I am almost out of stack inserters, so that'll be the first thing. Where's my nearest car? Nearest car is there. I have so much stuff in my inventory. Anyways, by doing this, I'll have basically everything necessary to complete the game. Now that I'm actually thinking about it. After this, I'll be producing like basically everything. Every raw ore, anyway. And every necessary raw material. And those that I'm missing, I'll just get more of. Simple as that. Just want to make sure I have enough of things. And perhaps today I will start automating some robots. Actually start getting my logistics robotic network sorted out, started. It will be extremely inefficient, just an FYI. I don't bother caring about how far thingies have to travel from one spot to another. Alright. You know what? I'm just going to paint the world a little bit. I need all of the speed that I can get. Speaking of speed... I'll be getting the Cobalt Steel soon. The electronic logic boards is the next major milestone. And the electronic logic boards... Yeah, I can make all of that. But I need the gold, so that's what we're working on right now. It shall be glorious. Let's see, so I need from you the bobmonium and catalyst, so it's just the 2 there. And then... Wait. No, I need 3. I need the cretinium as well. And then... Make sure I have the 2 out at least, and... Power. Let there be lights. Aw, that's not convenient in the slightest. So what's gonna happen is it's gonna back up all the way, and then the other one's gonna start offloading. But anyway, that's the first uranium ore. Let's see how... Yeah, that's not gonna work. Doink, doink, doink. Then L, 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 N. There's titanium ore all set up. You need basically this in reverse. And then you need the bobmonium here, so this is just that. Power that up. There's the cobalt. Then you need these. Oh. I made a boo-boo. Haha. I made an error. Error, error. You don't need bobmonium, you need the rubite. So the error is I didn't put a, my hybrid catalysts in. I suppose it would have been this line, but that's fine, because I can add it up here. Not that big a deal. And there be gold in them lar hills. L, L. L, 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 L. Actually, let's make this, no, this will be fine. Yeah, so that's all of the ores moving, at the very least. All of the ores I currently desire are now being sorted. So, now I need to think about the processing of all of these ores into plates. So before I start physically running 3 of these. Remember the gold, the titanium, and the cobalt. I don't really need to run the uranium immediately. Speaking of which, how is power doing? Just fine for now. I'm going to start setting up my various refining buildings. So, it's just unfortunate that I don't have the pellet press. And I probably can only... Yeah, so I can't pellet press all of it yet. What tech do I need? I need purple science to start doing pellet pressed gold and the like. I can make purple science. That's actually easier to make than the logistic science pack because I can make this right now. How about I start making a non-zero amount of purple science? Yeah, because I can do that right now. It just needs the various boards, and this gives a bit of a pull on the stone bricks. I could also start military science, which I'm definitely going to need. Where's a car? Right down there. Actually, yeah, I'm just going to make a car, but I'm not going to ride it, or am I? Nah, I'm going to ride it. Fuel. Because I need to run this line all the way down. It's gonna take a lot of belts, by the way. Hope I don't have to jump over anything else. Ugh. Have to jump over you. So I need to run... Hello, tech. Sure, I'm not even going to use that. And the stream died. Yet again. Yet again. Yet again. It'll be back. In the meantime, this is pretty mindless, so I don't really think it matters too much. Okay. The stream is officially back. Welcome back. My internet has been having some issues lately, and I've reset the modem, and that hasn't done anything. I've done it twice, actually, and it hasn't done anything. So it's either the modem itself is damaged, or there's a problem on the ISP side. Which I can't eliminate either of those options as the potential causes at this point in time. So I've ran that line up. Now I'm just grabbing more. belt. I'm actually going to deposit some stuffs. Yeah, that should be fine. Because now I need to start running the circuits. Notice how I said I was going to start doing all the refining stuff, but and making things like cobalt steel plates, but I need to make cobalt steel plates, I need to make Invar plates, I need to make titanium plates, and I need to make nickel plates, and I need to make nitinol plates. And then I need to get to green circuits, and then start working towards making tungsten stuff. In which there is tungsten by itself, and then there's a tungsten copper alloy to make that I will also have to make. Let's see, besides these 3 lines, I'm thinking I will also need, like, iron and steel. Alright, so for this, it's iron and steel. Those are the other 2. So I know this is iron. How far back is my iron? Oh boy, that's not good. It's good to know I'm making those, but oh, I'm making those and batteries, that's right. That's right. Alright, how far back is this? Holy crap, how far? Oh, there it is. And then how far back's the steel? Not that far further. Remember that I do have belt immunity equipment. Gosh, I still wish there was a toggle on the belt immunity equipment so that I can turn it off to use it to go fast. Oh, and I will need more belt. I'm using just so much of it right now, but yeah, I'm going to need yet more. Whoops. Yeah, that doesn't help doing the wrong line. See, the car isn't immune to belts. So I suppose that I could use that. Yay, numbers. They're growing. Oh, I am definitely looking forward to having blue belts. I'm going to need a lot of blue belts. And it's actually going to take a lot of space to do all the intermediates for the blue belts. Whoops. Now, see, what I want is to make sure that I am, quote, on the red belt, so that I am getting the speed boost from the red belt, while also not destroying everything right above me. La dee 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 da. I have to figure out also running the purple science backwards. So, let's do this in a bunch of these. Sure, just keep getting the regular blue science. Purple science is pretty important, as is green. Next productivity upgrade for mining is going to need green. Nitinol, yeah, I'll be needing that, and I'll be needing this. But primarily, I want the T3 titanium and the T3 gold and silver, maybe? Definitely T3 cobalt. Oh, and I want the next tier pellet press. T2 pellet press. Unfortunately, T3 and 4 pellet press are locked behind the green science. So that's unfortunate. Okay, so to make purple science, I need the yellow assembling machines, as well as electric furnaces and chemical plants. Now, the initial chemical plant is like down here in petrochem refining by default, so this recipe is just Beb's steel pipes and gears. So Beb's steel pipes gears. Beb's steel pipes gears. The assembling machines, Beb's steel gears, and assembling machine 1, which is BCB's gears and iron. And then these guys, steel white circuits and stone. So I'm going to need some gears, clearly. I'll need some gears. But what are the ratios for the gears that I will be needing? So if I do gears and I do a machine that needs gears, like this one. This one uses 20 per second! If it was going full bore into making these, this would also use 20 per second. And it would consume 4 per second. Now, let's actually have a look at the science. The science itself. Now, this is, per machine, a 0.1 per second. Each of these can produce up to 4 per second. So, if I were to do 4 per second consumption, I would need 42 of these machines, and I would be producing 12 per second on the purple science. I don't quite think I need that much. So what would these theoretically be limited to? So 4 goes into 20 5 times. So this would produce at 1/5 the speed. So 4 over 5, that's 0.8 per second. 0.8 per second. So that would basically feed 8 of these. Not quite 8, but, well, it would feed 8, but not quite 9. So, and there would be a little bit left over. So let's base our calculations around having 8 of these. So I need 0.76 per second on all of the above. Now, this works fine. I just need to bring in BCBs, BEBs, iron, and steel. And one of these could use 36 iron per second, apparently. But what's, again, 36 over 5? That's 7.2. That's 7.2. This is 8/5. 8/5. I said 8. 8/5. 1.6. 12/5. 2.4. Okay, I'm just thinking, because the next one is, I'm going to do the electric furnaces. This one will be steel and the electric circuit boards and the stone bricks. Do I do that here, though? So I'm just trying to think about how the belts will come in. I mean, that's the obvious there. Just trying to think if I will need more than a half belt of iron, because I might want to do a mixed belt iron steel. The BCBs can go in there just fine. This is the only thing that'll need the basic circuit boards. And then it's the chem plant that's going to need one of those. So maybe I should move that down, and then make this. And this will need... Huh. Not even a full one of these. That's fine. It also needs pipe. So that's the other point, alright. So that will be that, and this will be pipe. Iron pipe. Iron pipe works at 4 per second. This apparently also works at 4 per second. Then it's just steel, bebs. Just steel and bebs, alright. Then you need ECBs and stone, so this can be ECBs and stone. But then what am I going to do about outputs? Because I need outputs as well. Okay, so that just means that that's not going to be that. This is going to be an output this is going to be another output, and that will be an input. This will be... Where is it? Where is it? These guys. Now this produces 0.4 per second. What did I say I needed on these? To run 8 of them, I need 0.76 or 0.8 per second. This is 0.4, so I need 2 of these. This is 0.4, so I need 2 of these. And then this is going to be a lot more. I can do this a lot easier. Oh, this is inefficient because these 2 machines can each feed both of these, but I'm just trying to think how in the world I could do this elegantly, and I just don't think it's quite possible, unfortunately, to do it elegantly. Because sure, if I did something like, say I had these machines, like so, if I had that and that, that was those, that was that, and that was that, these would be working just fine. That is a way. But that's not how I'm doing it on these lines, so... I think the best way to do this is just like that. I'll be a bit inefficient on these. Maybe I can just start, like, output the overflow into something else at some point. Anyhoozle, ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Ba-bum. Bum, bum, bum. Do-do-do. Then, similarly here, da-da. Right, you need another line in. Out, 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 in, 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 in. N. L, L, N. L, L. Wait, will you need... No, you won't need the interior one. Or will you? Wait, what? Which line will be what? That's going to be the question. So... none of these further ones need iron. Yes, that's true. Only this one needs iron. This one and only this one needs iron. It needs iron and electronics. So, can I not just do them here and not worry about it? And then I can do, like, this. And this. Then have basically a line of steel and bebs that goes up here. Steel and bebs up, and like iron and circuits. That is the top of that, yep. Yup. And then... Oop. That's that, as they say. And then steel... Ooh. Let's make this, bit easier on me. Those, and you need steel, the white circuits, and stone. Alright, well, stone... There is your stone. Probably want to, have a gap. Of course. Probably for the best to do this from the below. Guess it doesn't necessarily matter on that particular lane whether I go from above or below. If I output by swinging down and up, or if I just stick it here and then go up one, because it just changes. I still have to jump two, no matter which way, because I could do like here and up, and do a jump here and a jump here, like that. I could do it that way instead. That is perfectly valid. And I guess it looks a little nicer anyway. I don't think that's strictly required, that one. Yep. I guess it technically saves me undergrounds, so that is that. Okay. Let's do a jump there so that I can... start running this. I need more. More. then the outputs. No, that's not what I... N. That's what I wanted. Or is it? Or is it? That is a really good question. God, that's unfortunate that that's on the outside of that belt. I guess I'll swap it to the inside. It won't ultimately matter, I think. So that means, yeah, just always output on that outside belt so that it's on the bottom here. And I can start running this back. Alright, next, sure. Power. This would be prime candidate territory for some of these. And I guess over here would be, whatever. Powered, everything has the power. Yeah, there we go. That works. Oh. Do-do-do-do. Things are moving. And there's the first purple science. Whoops. So this is going to consume a lot of iron and steel, by the way. Let's see, how far back is the blue science? Right there. Yeah. Where's a car? All the way back. Let us grab car. And start heading back so I can take care of this transition on the blue science lane. La dee 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 da. Going for a nice long drive. I just have to wait for all the science to catch up. think that the rate of consumption will mean I don't have to worry. Might have to grab a couple more. We shall see. Alright, and there's the transition. Right here, there's the first purple science coming in. Then it's a matter of just a ship C. And that, as they say, is that. Cool. Don't have to worry about that anymore. I am using, clearly, oh boy, that's not good. That ain't good at all. This is a result of a slowdown due to lack of catalysts. Because something's pulling on the copper as well. Yeah, because of these are consuming copper. Oh, I see my wood is also starting to be lacking. This may just be a day that I work towards trying to remove some bottlenecks. That might be the theme of today. I was going to go in and do the metallurgy of stuff, but if I don't have enough, you know, iron ore to do it, because the most important things that I wanted to get done today are the cobalt steel and, well, actually that is the most important thing. The cobalt steel requires, you know, steel for that. And then, similarly, nitinol plates, not nitinol, the Invar plates require steel as well. Invar is nickel and steel. So, I guess first thing first, kill gray belts wherever you find them. Because that's the first pretty major bottleneck. Is the gray belts. And then as far as the mineral catalysts are concerned, I'm pretty sure that that is just a function of not having enough mineralized water for full production. Yeah, that is simply a function of not enough mineralized water. So a solution is reducing the amount of rocks I make, which I suppose I can do. Hello, tech. How about getting something useful from purples? Purples is these. Yes, you. You are important. Okay, I was looking for over here. Such nice trains. So, what I can do is not make stones from these two machines at all. Because looking at my stones, it's like I've got plenty, and I've just been chewing them up. Alright, next is titanium. I've been turning it all into the landfill. Alright, so doing this increases the amount a bit of the mineralized water. Something I could also do is start, like, siloing these, but that only that's a buffer, so it just delays the issue, because eventually it will fill up and I would be in the exact same situation here again. The only permanent solution is more electrolyzers. Or upgraded electrolyzers. Let's get some, brass. Hello, tech. Let's get that. No, that's pink. This is purple. Mining speed upgrade, maybe? Battery 3s, nitinol, processing. Yeah, let's start upgrading my electrolyzers. Need to grab some circuits and iron. Come on down, iron. And steel. Actually, as I upgrade these, I'll be able to make more. I'll be able to make more because these are all Mark IIs already. The difference in crafting speed is between a... Hello, tech. Give me... Cobalt T3. Alright, so this is crafting speed 1.5 versus 2. That being said, I definitely need to pay attention to how much water is being used. You know what, let's cancel. Make sure I just am making the Mark III electrolyzers. Hello, tech. Let's see. Get gold going. Running low on bronze. Sorry, brass. But it looks like I'm crafting enough to finish this line anyway. Speaking of which... time for a land bridge! So yeah, 20. 20 of them. Aluminium 3 is great. So 20 of these gives me 10 per second. I've got 5. Up to 15. So how many is 15? 30. So I need... Ugh. I'm too short. I'm too short. And I also will need more water. Fortunately, I'm right, like, on top of water for this. You... all of you... Everything is moving unfortunately. Now, the 20 that I have, I can go up to 24 and use all of the water, but I'm thinking maybe these next ones should all just be on their own network. Alright, tech, moving right along. Actually give me silver. There we go. Oh. Right, I don't have many plastic pipes on me. Oh, and I could also consider the electrode recipe, but... So, the thing about the electrode recipe, this has recently changed. So now, instead of having a chance of giving back the electrode, it now gives you a used electrode that you have to reload into an electrode. So it's basically the same as all of the other catalysts. So I'm not doing that. I am definitely not doing that. Even though it, oh. It doubles! Well then, I might actually do that. It freaking doubles the efficiency of the machines. Or the speed of the machines, I should say. Like, oh, okay. Well then. Maybe I should think about doing that. The issue is, with the electrodes, clean used electrode, or the electrodes, carbon and steel. Oh, that is the F? The F and FF? So it's not like every other catalyst. Okay, so you make electrodes. You get used electrodes. You take the used electrodes to get back some of the steel and carbon used to then make the electrodes. And it's steel and carbon. I mean, that would be fine to get up here. I would just need... So you don't need a circular thing here. But you would need 2 lanes of belts. One going all the way up and one going all of the way down. Do I go through all of this effort just to get more mineralized water? I think so. I think I'm going to do the effort of going through all of this. Now, here's the other thing about this, is that you also have to take into consideration that you don't want the cleaned, quote-unquote cleaned electrodes, the used electrodes to back up. So you don't want to back up on used electrodes at all. Which could end up being the problem here. That's the issue we need to solve, basically. And let's just say that a way to solve this is I will output from the one have an input priority on it, so that as I make electrodes and as these clean used electrodes so as this takes in used electrodes and starts pooping out, oh, this is gonna need filter inserters as well to go outputting carbon and steel onto their appropriate belts. This will need... Now this produces 2 per second by itself. Just as a matter of testing, if I had 30 of these, I would need how many electrodes? 30 per second. $30 per second. 15 of these machines. Yeah, just... let's not muck about with this right now. I have the belts there for when I do feel like mucking about with it. I don't know if I can even get thorium in this current mod setup, but we shall see. Let's just finish setting up these other 10 and be done with it for now. I'll be using these pipes, then it's need more piping. Let's have nanobots do some work. Then it's getting the slag out. All about getting the slag out. Doink, 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 doink. Then power. And there they go. Of course, they're all outputting on the exact same side, which I don't really need or want. This needs to be in. This is in. 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 Then I need to overflow. Overflow valve. All the overflow valves. Into a flare stack. Where's a flare stack? I don't have any flare stacks. Give me some flare stacks. Flare it. Ba-bum, ba-dum, ba-dum. So 30. So 30 of these. Producing exactly enough to fill these fully if everything's operating at peak efficiency. And that is enough for 30 per second, and that is enough to get this moving at 100% efficiency. Which is great. If I was doing the electrodes, I would only need 15 of these machines. Or I could double this. Regardless, I should be making more mineral catalysts now. What I want to / need to check is if these are still choking. These are still choking for mineralized water. So I still have a lot of headroom to go. More is required. But then again, I'm not quite seeing the whole peak efficiency thing. See, bottlenecks should not be going yellow or red at all, at any point on any of these. So the question is, did I miscount? No, there are 30 of those. 30 there are. Oh, and disconnection again. Oh, right. Just because of the way I have these splitters going, everything on the whole chain will fill up, basically. I have to wait for stuff to fill and back up. So now this one's filling up until it is fully backed up, and then so on and so forth. Like, this is fully backed up. And this will be fully backed up, and this will be fully backed up. In fact, what I can do is say priority right, priority right, priority right, priority right, and this will basically fill things up faster. And theoretically, once everything else gets filled up, this will be able to fill up just fine. So yeah, machine number 3 is full now, and it just has to back up, and now Machine 4 is getting some stuff in. Machine 4 will eventually be fully utilized. I'm just watching this as it all fills in. My belt isn't balanced somehow. Let's balance these belts. Alright, so you're filling slowly. Now, if everything is correct, this should fill up to the full 200, and then this one will get just enough to operate without interruption. But we shall see if the overflow is enough to do that. Because something tells me that perhaps due to inefficiencies in, like, the timings of the inserters could be throwing this all off. So let's just add one more. Be technically over by 1. Huh? Oh. There we go. This will be technically 1 more than theoretically necessary, but it will make sure that I am backed up, which is a more ideal state. Either way, I should be getting more mineralized water out of this. But even then, this only produces at most 300 per second, and I need like 800 per second to feed all of this at full. That's a lot. Like, a lot. Now there is something I can do down here with... Ooh, I can make Mark III hydros. Let's do that. I will make Mark III hydros. I will go over here. Oh, hey, look, it's a lot more iron is coming, so I know that I am at least doing something right here. What else will I need? Probably additional clarifiers. So I'm going to do the thing that I was thinking I might have to do, which is I'm going to purify nitric wastewater into mineralized water, and I think that's it. I don't want to do the same with the hydrofluoric water. So, nitric wastewater is getting clarified at the moment all the way out here. Overflows of the sulfuric will get clarified. Alright, this all completely is dependent upon this stuff moving, and it's not moving at the moment. But I'll do this anyway. Give me the machine. Where's the machine? The machine! Here. Alright. Nitric, you do up to 200 per second. How many of those are there? 12. 12. It produces 300 per second if running at full capacity. Doink. That will eventually be that. But I need to take a brief break. When I come back, I will review just what the heck I'm actually doing right now. And actually probably start doing what I wanted to start doing, which is the actual refining. Cobalt steel will likely be the first thing I set up, so, see you then. This'll only be like 3 minutes or so. Alright, I have returned. Welcome back. Oh, boy. So I need to take a trip out to get more undergrounds so that I can start running this. Well, I guess I can do clarifying of the purified water, because I won't need the purified at all. And I'm pretty sure that one clarifier is enough for the however much 210. Unless this only does 200 per second, in which case, oh well. Yeah. Cars. I have 4 cars. This is the closest one. Where is it again? Right in front of me. Alright, heading on back. I'm seeing that I have a far more sufficient amount of iron, which means I probably have a sufficient amount of the mineral catalysts for now. And looking at it, I can see that yes, in fact, I am backed up on the mineral catalysts, which is most desirable. Backed up and backing up down the line. In fact, I think these are mostly outputting at full. Mostly, not 100% efficiency, but a lot better efficiency. And taking a look at the really long line of the electrolyzers, I can see that this one is moving. It's not moving at full efficiency, so there's probably even more efficiencies and inefficiencies in this system than even having an extra single electrolyzer will cover. But regardless, I've got a lot more mineralized water than I had before, and doing this that I'm working on right now, it'll only really give me a little tiny bit more, but more is more, and I may as well use it. So I'm taking this nice long ride out to pick up... Actually, what am I thinking? It's not this far out, is it? Yes, it is. Like, it can't be this far out. Yes, it is. Grab more of these, and grab more of these. And I can see, hey, I've got lots and lots and lots of stuffs making. Do I have any radars on me? Oh wow, I can make Mark III radars. Yeah, let's do that. Because the Mark III radars, let's just go by example. Look at how big. Look at how much stuff is being shown. Oh wow, the bus is extended so far that I have access to more thingies if I want them. Like there's a big SAF patch up there, there's big coal up there, Jiv patches here with SAF. But the raw ores is not what I'm even remotely limited on right now. It's just the catalysts, and in fact, yeah, but I don't want to do that way. It's like if I really, really want iron plates, I could go back to the inefficient methods, but no, no, no inefficient methods. So back I go, and while I'm going back, I want Mark II pellet presses. In fact, not only do I want Mark II pellet presses, I want Mark II ore processing machines. I want Mark II blast furnaces. Chem plants. Processings. Inductions. Castings. Maybe a strand caster or two? Nah. Just casting machines. Plenty of everything. What are you limited on? Oh, those bricks. Okay. That would be a trip. So, yeah. All the things. All of the things. Let me see here. Lab research speed? Sure. So, what is the difference between the Mark IIs and the Mark Is? This is a crafting speed of 1.5 versus 1. So it's a 50% increase in speed. Well, due to the number of machines that I have, a 50% increase in speed may not be particularly valuable. At least for iron. So, I need to set up Cobalt Steel. Now, do I have... Alright, well that's a Cobalt ingot. I don't have anything, I think, for Cobalt Steel. Oh yeah, I definitely have that for titanium. Really? Fine. Free up at least a little inventory. I just have really weird blueprints at times. Oh boy. Why? Why would I do that for those circuits? That doesn't make any sense. I don't just know. Anyway, I think... Let's grab you. Oh, that's... highly, highly unfortunate. What is... Ugh. Just, ugh. Does that help in the slightest? Yes, it does. Alright, so all that's like T4 and like top tier inserters, but I'm just going to do this by... Do I not have a... I do. Oh, and then these are chem plants Mark IV that I can instead do like Mark 3s. Do I even have chem plants? Like made? I have Mark 2s made. I don't think it will necessarily matter too awfully much about the mark level of these chem plants. What am I thinking? What am I doing? It's you. Here. Chem plant 4, 2, 3. Oh, right. not 1, but 2. And then... yeah, that should be fine. Oh, right. Everything's 1, so 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. There is that. I need the line of cobalt in. To feed everything. These, of course, will need, like, triple length. And what do you need? Sulfuric acid in. You need calcium chloride in. And I need carbon to feed these. And then if I have a look at the recipe that I'll be doing. So cobalt steel is 12 cobalt ingots and 24 steel ingots every 4 seconds. So 12 cobalt. This makes 24. Okay, 24 into 12. Now, if I go back here and I see one of these, each of these is 6. So I need 1 of these full units. So full unit of you. At Mark IIs, but whatever. Give me that upgrade planner. And this gives me... those will be moved. Ooh, hello. These are a little bit bigger, so I can do better things with them. As for this specific spot, though... hello, substation. Substation that will power literally everything. And then this substation will do the exact same thing. And it will power most, nearly, literally everything. And I'll just have this substation... oh, that's unfortunate. I need one more tile over. Anyhoozle. Long reach, sure. So this singular unit gives me Um, oh, I'm out of stack inserters. That's unfortunate. This singular unit, also, those can all be replaced with stack inserters as well. This will give me 12 units, so that will feed half. So I then need another so that's right, I need 2 of these. And that's all, and then half the production of 1 of these cobalts to feed into this molten cobalt steel. Singular molten cobalt steel. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a mythical allet. Okay, I have a car right up here. Need a car, because I need undergrounds, or I need to pick up undergrounds, and I need to pick up, some steel for just more power poles. Ha! I ran into another one of my cars. Beautiful. Take half of those. Do a Shift C, grab more stacks. Out of my way. So when I said I was concerned about space here, know that I was not lying. And that in order to do nitinol, I don't happen to have a nickel one, do I? No, I didn't bother. I didn't blueprint my nickel. Alright, so let's do... Well, I guess I don't necessarily have to do T3 nickel. Even though I... Oh, I didn't take the check yet for the T3 nickel, but anyway, nickel. Processed nickel, I think it goes actually not into one of these. Yeah, it's nickel cathodes, which require these puppies. Nickel cathodes are here, needs sulfuric acid. And then into a ingot. You produce 12 per 6 seconds. 24 per 4. That's 9 per second. 3 to 1. That's the same as a copper. That is this. But in reverse. Huh. It's this, but in the reverse. So it's... It's 3 to 1. this. This is nickel ingots. And it produces 24, which goes into... Where's my inductions? One of these will need to go into liquid nickel, which liquid nickel is here. Then the rest goes into Invar. That fully consumes the nickel. The Invar, it also needs 24 steel ingot inputs. So, do I have enough space to do this setup again? No. Hello, tech. Long build 5, please. So now I have to think, what do I need? What do I don't need? What can I upgrade? Because that's another question. I do not probably need this segment if I upgrade these. So if I upgrade this to T2, I may not need this. But even if I shift all of this over, I still don't think I have this much space left at the end. Alright then, well, I am, however, bringing iron in down here, so what I could do is take the nickel setup, which I will have to go get some clay bricks to finish making. I'll make it, and I'll cut it, and I'll paste it down to the south. Alright. Heading on down to right here. Give me things. Then I need to see how many processors fill out one of those, thingies. So, how many of these ore processing machines feeds these? So this is 4 per 6 seconds. This is 1 per second, basically. 1 per second. 1 per second. So 1 per second, 1.5 per second. 1 and 1.5. So actually, it looks a little like that. And what I'll do is I'll just get all this. I'm gonna cut this and move it 1 down so that I can do that. And then it will be that, that. Pick up there, deposit there, pick up, deposit. You make 12 of them. Well, anyway. Molten Invar. And there we go. Question mark. I think that's... I think that's how I want this set up. So now it's just a matter of cutting it, sticking it there, then heading on down to where I actually have some space for it. Down here. But I'm going to do a copy on that. And then paste this like right here. And then grab this nickel. Paste that there. Extend that. Here's iron ore. And it looks like I need to make a bunch of more machines. Bunches of more. Needs more steel. Okay. That I can live with. Deal with. Manage. Especially since I have steel coming in right here. I'm gonna need a lot more casting machines than this. How is my steel doing? Meh. It's doing meh. I think that's the best way to describe it. Meh. I'm sure that it's still... Oh no, it's, it is draining. Okay. I'm going... to have to upgrade. Yeah, I'm just going to have to upgrade things. Pellet press. presses. Okay. More inductions and castings. That increases that by 50%. My steel production by 50% anyway. For that, well, no, not 50, but 25, because I have to do this as well. Ugh, more steel. I need a lot of these machines. In case you hadn't noticed, I need a lot of these machines. Granted, if I didn't do the pellet press process, I could be using the Mark III machines, but I just simply don't want to. I simply do not want to. Give me more induction. Oh, hello, tech. More. What this will have the effect of doing... Oh, I need more of those, too. Well, crap. What this will end up doing is, ideally, backing me up on iron. Or producing more iron than the throughput of the belt. That would be the ideal situation, and then I will back up and be a lot better. Feel a lot better about myself. More of you. I'm running out of something. Give me more casting machines. That, as they say, is that. I could do the same thing over here, but I think that's ever so slightly overkill on the iron plates. It will be fine. Everything shall be fine. What probably shan't be fine is all of this. You need tinned copper wire. Okay, so that's tin. Just give me tin. And brass. Really? Still one short on you. Really? Oh gosh, and then I have to think about all the stupid casting machines as well. One, and then bunches of casting machines. All of the casting machines. Now notice, I'm bringing in near enough a full yellow belt, and yeah. It's not making it this far. So let's just say I need more iron. This is where I will start doing these. But I do need some white circuits for that. Remember, all of this is just setup. I've just been setting up things and not even been thinking about the, it's this row, but anyway. I haven't even been thinking about the inputs yet. Because there's going to be a bit of a process to do the cobalt. I may not even physically make any cobalt steel today, but I am setting up for it, just like I am setting up for a lot of other things. Setting up for the Invar. Note that I really won't need a lot of Invar, but I'll need a non-zero amount of it, just like I'll need nickel plates for some things, but not for a lot of things. So that whole thing I'm not particularly worried about. What I'm worried about is definitely cobalt steel. That is what I am most worried about, because that will be the most painful thing. And I haven't even gotten to gold and silver yet, and getting those plates going. I really do need to get the gold plates going so I can get modules going. And all of this would probably be a bit easier if I had just been making my logistics system, but as you can see even now, I'm a bit choked for stuff. Or the stuffs. Stuffs. Yeah, definitely do that for me, please, and give me more. Any cars nearby? Of course not. Run along the belt. Give me as many as those as I can get. Yeah, so there's good reason to have the belt community equipment. The trying to run against a red belt in Bob's, it's like trying to run against a blue belt in the base game. It just is not going to happen. It's just not gonna happen. Whoops. Good to see that I'm overproducing on science. Also, what are you missing? Ah. Those. Oh, and even more of the bricks. My goodness gracious. Even more of the bricks are required. Didn't I just grab like 2K of them? It feels like I just grabbed 2,000. Anyhoozle. Oh, and now it's aluminium. no, it's the aluminium that I'm short on. Let's go grab some aluminium. I'm not currently busing that one, though. I have to physically go to where I'm producing it. I'm also not storing it either, which I should just do so that it keeps moving for me. Just like into a warehouse or a silo. Make a... Let's see, do I have any warehouses on me? I don't think so, but I do have silos, so I'll just do that then. Silo with, yeah, with a red in. And that way I can just go around and just plunk. I'll just stand here for now, though. Collect the aluminium. Now it's complaining about iron. But I have 5. And this doesn't directly take iron. So what I shall do is I shall go up and start replacing. Now, what is this going to do for me? You shall see. So the speed difference is 50%. That is the primary thing. But by being 50% different, it now means that I must upgrade these belts. Because 50% is the difference between a red and a yellow. And off it goes. Question of the day is, do I have enough inputs to feed a near full red belt? Let's see, so 7. 93% of a red belt. 93 1/3% of a red belt. That's 10.5 mineral catalysts per second. Yeah, and 21 per second on the 2 not chunks, but crushed ores. Whew, that's a lot. That's allet. But you can see, this isn't outputting. Everything should be red. And yet, it's because I'm backing up. I am now producing more than I'm consuming, which is what I wanted in the first place. I'm also, like, nearing, like, the throughput limit on that yellow output, so that's a good sign. What I need to do is bring this down all the way. And then these need to be fed, right, I need limestone and coke. combined belt limestone coke. For each of these. Now how did I do this? Back here? I did it like that. Oh, it looks like the stream went down briefly again, but it has returned. There's that. And there's that. Ooh, this also means I need to run coke and a limestone down to the nitinol, but that I'm not too worried about. Alright, okay, oh, right. Then these need oxygen. Oxygen is required. Let's get my oxygen. Next. That will start making those. I need sulfuric acid, the acid. These are inputting sulfuric acid, so doink, 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 doink. How did I do this last time? I don't know. I don't think I care. I need sulfuric acid in. Where is my nearest sulfuric acid? My sulfuric acid is below. But I do have it. I think what I had done last time is actually done it this way. And yes, power. Power, power, power. Connected it like so. Then I can actually bring this all the way down. And there she blows. There's your sulfuric acid. Now, here's the next issue. I need to feed in calcium chloride into these. So I need calcium chloride in. And I think the way I had done this the last time is it was like a underground thingy and it went this way. The alternative is like do that. Oh, and then I could do this here to feed in some carbon. I should have a line for carbon. Do I not? I do not here have carbon. I do below, though. I do have carbon underneath, so I'll just, you know, do this backwards. Make use of what you got where you got it. Now, I'm not even going to use even remotely at all of this. I'm just making the one machine's worth of the stuff. Yes, the stuff, the molten cobalt steel. One machine's worth. That's all I'm really doing. And this is 360, so this feeds 9. Nine of these. 135. 9. And this is fine being 9. Again, and if I could double this out, I could have like 18, but that's near enough an obscene amount. I'm going to actually cut this and move it there. And then the output line. Then the feeding of the things. And this needs to get fed by something or other. By all four of these need to feed into this. 2, 3. Alright, so that's not going to matter. I will input in the form of one of those. Output, 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 output. Ta-da! That's stuff. And there be stuff. Moving. Going to take a drink of my coffee. What is next? So these have their carbon. These need their calcium chloride. So, calcium chloride. You're going to need... Well, I know that I'm going to need chlorine for this. So I have choices. I can do crushed stone or stone plus hydrogen chloride. Alright, so... And I need at minimum a chemical plant too. Or, no, I need any of the angel chemical plants. At least I'm assuming they're angel. And I need how much per second? 4.5. So I have chemical plants somewhere. Actually, no, I used all my chemical plants. What am I thinking? Give me chemical plants. Ooh, Givelite. I am limited by you. I am consuming all of my crushed Givelite. That is funny. Definitely working towards getting a lot more of the Mineralized water, that's for sure. It's funny that it is like feeding itself. Oh, hey, there's stone. Wow, I couldn't have, like, planned this better, could I? Yeah, I just could not have planned that better. That I already have the stone. Yeah, sure, let's do T3s. Let's add... Why did I have a full gap like that? What the hell is with this spacing? I don't even know. But I may as well keep it consistent. Oh. Well then. Alright. Belts. Poles. And boink boink. There you go. That should do it. That should definitely give me a much more sufficient amount of the gibbelite. It also gives me a bunch more crushed stone, so yay for that. Lots of crushed stone. Now, I'm assuming it's a net negative, by the way. I am assuming that the amount of catalysts that I consume from the crushed ores, processing the crushed ores, like up here. So I'm assuming that the demand on the crushed ores, that the amount of crushed stone byproduct that's produced by that is not essentially paying for itself with the mineral catalysts. So the amount of mineralized water that I end up getting by converting the crushed stone to mineralized water, I'm pretty sure it's not more than, or not the same as, the amount that I need to feed this system. It'd be nice if that was true. But it doesn't seem so, so I need to have this going, giving me mineralized water in the end to feed that system. So, next, now that I got the sulfuric acid, I've got all that done. I need the chem plants. More than just one chem plant, I would imagine. Let's see. What would one chem plant give me? I'll do this, like, up here. What would one chem plant give me on the calcium chloride? Not that calcium chloride recipe, of course. That calcium chloride recipe. 2.75, so I definitely need at least 2 machines. Because you can see I need 4.5 per second. Cars. all around there. I just need to get some of those brass plates. Beautiful brass. Give me things. I guess while I'm over here, let's see, I need you. I could use you. I can definitely toss aside these and get more you. Moving right along. Ah, right. Car. There's one right over here, apparently. Hydrogen chloride! It needs to be bust. Where am I making hydrogen chloride? I should have a giant frickin' tank full of it. Right about there. Okay, so this is the hydrogen chloride. It needs a spot on the bus. On the fluid bus. Am I only using 2? I'm using 3, technically. Yes, 3. Okay, car. Wherever you went. Car, you need to come back down for me. And you and me need to go for the ride. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get some non-zero amount of cobalt steel pretty soon here. And then once I get some non-zero amount of Invar, ooh boy, we're gonna be rocking. It's gonna be amazing. Let's see here. Da da ba 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 ba. Am I still consuming all of that Jivolite? I don't see it backing up. Doink, 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 doink. And then stone. I'd rather run the stone the opposite direction, but I'll just do this. Then I need an output. O N L and power. So there's that. Oh. Freaking hell. Da. Alright, that is that being fed. I just hope I have enough stone. It doesn't look like I have enough stone coming in. Oh well. I won't need all of it, really. It's 4.5 if I was feeding both of these fully at a time, but I'm not going to be doing anything with these cobalt ingots until after I get, my logistic robot network set up. Which just leaves you there, go back the way you were. That just leaves cobalt ore in on this setup. Oh, hello. Even more long building. Yes. Even more long building. Even more. I think I'm gonna have to bring the cobalt down, like, in these lanes. So I think these lanes? Da. This will be my cobalt. And yes, I get that, it's not exactly the most efficient, but oh well. Ooh. Ew. Where's my cobalt? Up here. I'll need some, additional landfill, but that's fine. Wait, why are you not moving anymore? Oh. That would be why. Well, welcome to the party. Cobalt ore. My current favorite color. color of my character, even, is cobalt. That would be 0, 71, 171. When doing, like, slash color, it's 0, 71, 171. I was already this color, so that does nothing. But anyway, off we go. Let's watch the cobalt. As it comes in and gets processed. And then, oh god, I need so much power. Oh, that's oh, that's fortunate. Okay. Plop that there. Then plop those, and then boof, do. This will be, this will come out and get balanced. Excuse me? Oh. Duh. And there it is! The first Cobalt Steel Plates of the game. A whole 42 hours in, I now have Cobalt Steel, and that means I can now make blue transport belts and blue inserters. Oh, that feels so good that I'm now able to make these. Now, the blue belts are exactly double the speed of the yellows. It's a difference of 15, but also importantly, the max length underground is 15 on the blues, which means it's now really easy to have belt lengths of... Also, I'm producing a lot of cobalt steel. And trust me when I say, yeah, it's pretty necessary. It's pretty necessary. All this cobalt steel, yeah, it's necessary. I will need to go down. Oof. I need to also figure out exactly where on the bus this will live. Maybe, because it's so important... Ooh, what... Let's do a bit of a... audit on what belts are doing what. So... resin is the belt below the wood. This is engines. So all 6 of these are being used. So what the blue undergrounds will allow is for me to essentially do these 6, and use these 2. because the way that the blue undergrounds will work is, even though it says 15, the gap between the endpoints is 14. So I can add 2 lanes right in between and do blue underground to blue underground and just skip this. Which, yeah, that is incredibly important and awesome. That is quite ideal because it will essentially give me 2 free lanes once I upgrade every underground to blue undergrounds. But I need to sort of get to blue undergrounds. These 6 are used. These are sort of all reserved for various circuit stuff. These 6 are used. These 6 are used. These 6 are used. 4 of these are used. Any more used? I think it's just the 4 of these. So I have 2 more spots, but I also need spots for batteries and electric engine units, because these 2 are now not currently on the bus. So if I say that these next 2 lanes are batteries and electric engine units, what I now have to do is make a brand and spankin' new set of lanes for my Cobalt Steel, which I guess I will do. Let's not contaminate the belt, please. That's 4, 5, 6. So this will be my... This will be my Cobalt Steel. And remember what I said about now being able to do 14 wide. I will officially make every, like, new set that I need 14 wide. And for reference, 14. Really? There. And that, my friends, is Cobalt Steel on the bus. I can't believe I did it today. Managed to do it today. Part of me is sort of sad that that's all I got to, ultimately, is the T3 Cobalt Steel production. But, I mean, considering where it started, like, I didn't have any of this. I built these machines, I upgraded these machines, I made this as well to do Invar and nickel plate production. It was quite a bit. I also mucked about. I upgraded all of these electrolyzer machines up to the T3 versions. So theoretically, I am making a lot more mineralized water, and I am apparently making a sufficient amount of mineral catalysts. Yeah, this is backed up almost all the way. I'm apparently making a sufficient amount of mineral catalysts for my iron production. Right at the start, I sort of got all of these actually moving that I had left off last time. That was at the start of today, so I have a non-zero amount of each of these ores that I now need to go ahead and start processing. Gold and silver, I think, will be right after nickel next time. I sort of did not complete this, which means I am probably out of rubite chunks for aluminium and fluorite, but that pull is not huge. I've got a little bit of time, so that'll be the first thing that I fix next time, shall we say. And let's not forget, the other thing that I did was that I have started making purple science. That's right, I have started making purple science, and I can see that my purple science is limited only by circuit production. So that is also one of the next steps, is scaling up the circuit production. And why is that contaminated? Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh. Well, of all the things to fix at the, right now, that is one of them. So, I'm going to go really quickly, as I continue talking here, fix that. So we now have cobalt steel, which is absolutely required for all of the belts and inserters of this level of tech. Importantly, the blue belts, and specifically the blue filter inserters, oddly enough, are what are required for logistic science packs, also flying robot frames and brass chests for some reason. These are required for pink science, and I need pink science for basically more logistical stuff. More logistics stuff. And that will be what I am working on going into the future. Yeah, see that? That is just wrong. Pick up all that crap. Well, I guess I have a whole bunch of chem plants. And a bunch of electric. Where are the electrics? Here. Yeah, there you go. Get moving. Get yourself a moving. With that, I would like to thank you all for watching. This is the end of the stream. I will see you all hopefully tomorrow for more of the Pylons playthrough. I will be back with more Angels playthrough on Wednesday. I will see you all then.